As I was putting together the stories, as I was preparing for the show, we call that prep. You're preparing for the show, going over all the stories.
A lot of different ways to prep.
There are a lot of different ways to prep.
Are you being
snarky? Are you being
all.
naughty?
I take prep.
I'm doing it right now.
So I came across this kind of, a few stories that I felt like, I don't know, I put them under lifestyle / culture / society, just kind of the way things are. The way things are different now. This was not one of those stories, but I have to say that I am actively longing for a return to the analog world at this point. It was just better. Now, there's a lot of things that are good now. I can do my prep on one machine, and then magically it's on every different device. Yes, I do.
Photocopy these, Jerry.
Yes, I do.
The first show I ever produced for, I had to do that. So
there's a computer chip in everything now, and things that you just don't. Our ice machine in the break room. Now, since Tim Andrews, handyman, got in there and got it working. But all these machines that we have now around us that used to be around, but they didn't have computer chips in them, have you noticed? They just break like once a month. And then when they break, it's a computer thing. So you just have to wait for somebody at the company to recognize it and fill out a ticket and put it up. And then it takes 5 days for the maintenance worker to come out to fix an ice machine. Now, back in the days of analog, the ice machine was set up in such a way that gravity was your friend. The ice was kind of hanging there, being held back until you put the cup in, that opened it up, and gravity worked. And every once in a while, it would get jammed. You know what? You didn't need a college degree to figure out how to fix it. Oh, it's jammed with ice. Open it up. Pop, pop. Okay, now it works again. There was a guy here, was a maintenance guy. He was working on the machine I get my Snickers out of. He was in there for like a half an hour. Good guy. He left. I went to buy a Snickers, and the whole credit card thing just wouldn't work because that's all computer stuff. We used to put quarters in and the whole thing was just like kinetic. I want to go back to more of a kinetic world. That's just my little rant. Everything now has a computer chip in it, and if it breaks, there's we got to call somebody to come in. And then they walk in and they go 725-7888, and it's fixed.
$1,000, please.
Right.
Does that machine still take change, or does it take dollar bills at all?
I don't think it does. It might. I don't know.
It's supposed to. Anytime I've tried to use it that way, it won't do it.
I know it does have the
Gravity. If one of those snapped, you just would put a new one in there and tighten it.
Yeah, it was this, and they would break once every 5 years. Like, they weren't breaking all the time.
Well, more than that.
Okay, but these things break constantly.
Yes.
The Starbucks machine upstairs, which is fantastic when it works. There's always 2 weeks here, 3 weeks, because when it goes down and then it breaks, and then there's just a message. There's just a digital message. It basically says, you're not up to this, pal. Just do something without ice and call our service rep.
Now, I have found, at least with the Starbucks machine, just to push back a little bit, is that...
Are you pushing back as a youngster?
Just as a little
pushing back against this old man's rant?
Just a little bit here.
I will admit, music is better now. But other than that, everything else is gone crap.
I'm glad you're coming around to your senses on that. What about... pulling up a YouTube video? Back in the old days of analog, you couldn't just pull up YouTube to figure out how to fix it. No, there's good things, but
I would do away with... listen, there's some good things that technology has brought. Number one, you don't have to walk into a storefront on Main Street to buy porn. That's a good thing.
That was the thrill.
So it's just,
Maybe the banker would see you.
I'm not one of these people who ever wanted to get caught at anything. And like I said, doing my prep, and I do it on one device, and then immediately it's on every other device. Yes, there are good things. But, you look at these things as pros and cons. You weigh them. And I got to say, right now, the cons are starting to... I mean, I like the internet and all that, but just everything having to be digitized. It just seems like it's not as good as it used to be. Even if what that means is it used to break down once a year and now it breaks down once every 6 weeks. And whenever it breaks down, nobody in the office can do anything. As a matter of fact, if they tried to do anything, you might nullify some sort of agreement where you would get maintenance for free or for some period of time.
So you don't want me to watch a YouTube video to try to fix the ice machine?
No, because if you went in and you messed it up, then probably you'd be on the hook because
you
there's
also
an
don't
agreement.
have the right key to open it up to get into the digital features of
Listen,
it.
I got a pen over here.
Listen, he knows what to do.
I can find a way in there.
Now the coffee machine
It's the
upstairs.
MacGyver of ice machines.
A lot of times it breaks down, but other times it gets filled because there's a filter in there and there's a rolling paper thing. Jared showed me how to change that, so I'll change that. And people look when you do it. People look at you like, whoa.
Well, what are you talking about? I'm sorry. What do you
There is an automatic feeding roller that pulls filter paper through so you can put the individual cup of coffee in
I
it.
see.
And
I
that
see.
bin gets filled, and then it
Okay.
won't make coffee.
You're talking about the Starbucks machine
Yes.
upstairs.
And people just get perplexed.
Yeah.
And Jared showed me how to fix it. He knows how to fix it, so I'll just change it.
See,
and
that's
get
beginning
out.
of institutional knowledge. See, if you stick around long enough, somebody younger than Jared will come across this. Jared will teach that person, and then Jared will go off and do whatever he's going to do in his career after this. And then this guy will, he'll teach somebody else younger. So maybe we're starting. Maybe it's just too early. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's too
You're
early.
just in the middle of the beginning.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the beginning, and we have no institutional knowledge, and maybe I'm overreacting. It's a possibility. It's happened before.
I have found, with machines like the Starbucks machine, there are a lot of people that have put YouTube videos on because there have been the issue that Tim's talking about is when you have to change the filter out or you have to just empty it out.
Well, that's fine because it's not to do with a computer chip.
But there are other places where I found out how to reset it, like when it isn't working because I'm that addicted to caffeine.
Well, you're all up inside that
Well,
Starbucks
I
machine,
love-
aren't you?
Get up in there.
You don't want to know it.
No, well,
Unscrew that.
I found
Dark roast.
I found what there's like a part of the screen that you push to like to go to like a default menu, and when you get that default menu, it resets everything, and then it works again. So I found
All right.
That's how I use my laundry machine downstairs that costs money to use.
Mm-hmm.
I put in a special code. Like I do a series of buttons in a specific way, and then I don't have to pay.
You steal?
Oh, all right. Well, look, does she steal? We're talking
Screw it
about
to the
Autumn.
man.
Well, Autumn here. Of course she
Yeah.
steals.
Oh, good for you.
I don't want to pay
Steal?
for laundry.
Well, then,
Buy a washing machine.
I can't. I'm in an apartment. I can't install a
Oh, they
Buy a
don't have a
house.
hookup there?
buy a house.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's
Oh.
downstairs in my apartment complex. It's down in the basement.
Why are you laughing, Jared? You think I'm starting? You
Well,
starting
well,
starting
because-
trouble with Autumn?
No, you just said that very much under your breath there, Eric.
What did he say?
Oh, nothing.
I said that I think that you should not have to pay to do your
I agree.
laundry.
Thank you. I agree.
I
too.
mean, water doesn't cost anything, or
I pay for water.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go.
What about
And
Why
I
don't you
pay
go to
for-
the office and say, "Hey, this should be free, and if you don't make it free, I'm going to start a protest in the middle of the apartment complex."
They'll
Put
be
some
like, you can
pressure on
leave.
them.
Yeah.
Like, great. I have nowhere to. Okay.
do you at least pay for the detergent that you use?
Yeah, I have to use. What do you mean? It's my detergent.
Yeah, it says detergent. They don't leave detergent
She
down
finds
there.
it at Walgreens in the dumpster.
Although
I go
when
to
I
the
used,
CVS dumpster. I get
Yeah.
the free detergent from there.
foraging always works. I remember the
I squeeze out other people's wet clothes when they're in there, and I use that water.
Brilliant.
I remember when I used to do laundromats. Sometimes we would you'd buy the detergent in the laundromat from some
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
it's
machine.
not like that because this isn't a laundromat.
I know it's
just
just
a
a little.
room.
It's just a room where. How many machines do they have?
There's two each, which is nice.
Right, but I mean, is it connected per unit, or is an entire building uses two each?
No, the entire building uses two each.
and there's two each for every building.
Yes.
Alex Williams. And now that I got that all, and that wasn't for the audience. That was just my curiosity.
You know,
Alex,
there's a mattress down there right now, and it's in the lane
Chloe,
of my washing machine.
could you just send me schematics just of the washroom? Alex Williams is now keeping his eye